Hi guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Melania and today we are going to look at a book. I've been wanting to do a book review forever and finally the day has come. I was going to make cookies while I was reviewing this book, but I don't have the necessary ingredients to make cookies, so we're just going to have to skip that part. But today I'm reviewing Sleigh Bells Ring by RaeAnne Thayne. I absolutely love this book and I can't wait to share it with you. Okay, so I'm a mom. I don't have time to read. I work a lot and I just don't. And so I've discovered that audiobooks work fantastic for me, and I have an app from the library that I download books that I check out from the library and listen to them while I'm working out, working in the yard, cleaning, doing cooking, you know, basic household things. I love to listen to books that way. And this summer I was really into Christmas. Like, I wanted to listen to Christmas books because it was so hot and I couldn't wait for the cold, cozy weather. So I checked this book out from the library on audiobook and listened to it. And then I got the paperback from the library to read you a couple parts that I really liked. So Sleigh Bells Ring is a romance. It is, I don't know if I would categorize it sweet romance. Like, sweet romance is, you know, you don't have any sex, you don't have any like foul language, like cuss words, but there's a couple of cuss words in here. I don't know, like, to me, I feel like I think it's clean. In my book, it's clean, even though they say shit a couple times or something like that. Whatever. Who doesn't say shit? So, yeah. Sometimes in life, you have to say shit. So, anyways. All right. So, Sleigh Bells Ring. What is it about? It is about, well, it's about the main, there's one main couple and then there's a secondary story of another couple in here. But the main couple is Annalise McCade, who is the caretaker at Angels View Ranch in Wyoming. She's a caretaker or manager there, and her male interest is Tate Sheridan, who's like a rich billionaire, and he inherited the ranch from his grandfather. And I guess this ranch used to be in her family, and then her grandfather had to sell it because whatever, and then Tate's grandfather bought it. So there's like this family history of the ranch, and then she grew up on the ranch because her dad was the caretaker there for years, and so she's known that family for like all her life. And anyways, it starts out that she's taking care of her niece and nephew, and it's December, there's snow. This is Wyoming, it snows in Wyoming. And they went outside, you know, because kids need to go outside and get their wiggles out, and they're having a snowball fight, and she swings a snowball out not looking, and it hits Tate. He like happened to be there, and she was kind of shocked because she wasn't expecting him there, because most of the family doesn't live in Wyoming. In fact, the grandfather passed away, and so she's just been, you know, managing the ranch with nobody there. And so, yeah. Anyways, it was a surprise trip. The family wanted to do one last Christmas at the ranch before they sold it, because that was their grandfather's baby, and now that he wasn't around, they didn't feel like they needed to keep this ranch around. So that is the premise of the story. What I loved about the story. My favorite parts of this story are the kissing scenes. They're fantastic. And there's no sex in here, but the descriptions of the scenery, like the author does such a great job describing. I mean, I'm an author, I write sweet romance, and I would love to write something like this. Like, this is my inspiration right here. But I love her descriptions. So I highlighted a couple, or flagged a couple of scenes that I wanted to read to you that just like really spoke out to me. So this is from Tate's perspective. If someone had told Tate a week ago that he would be decorating a Christmas tree with a couple of cute blonde twins, and more, that he would be enjoying it, Tate would have questioned their sanity. But here he was, the night before his family was to arrive, listening to holiday music on the house sound system while a fire flickered in the big rock fireplace and the scent of pine and cinnamon mingled to create a festive scene. Like, I love Christmas, and just that paragraph right there just like took me into the moment, and I felt like I stepped into a Hallmark movie, so loved it. And again, more description. Again, this is from Tate's point of view. Tate had been lucky enough to see some beautiful scenery in the years he had traveled around the world with Sheridan Trust. The awe-inspiring temples of Angkor Wat, the breathtaking savannas of Tanzania, and the grand raw splendor of Amazon forests. He felt extraordinarily fortunate that he had been able to experience so much in his lifetime. Still, Tate wasn't sure there was a prettier spot anywhere than Angel's View Ranch. No wonder Wallace had loved it so much. The mountains had a rosy glow in the morning light as he walked, breath puffing from the ranch house to the road, then turned around to walk back again. So, again, like, I loved that. I love that scene. And then, of course, as I said, I do love a good kissing scene. So, here we go. Annie couldn't quite believe this was happening. What a surreal evening it had been. She never would have expected Tate to offer his company while she sewed, nor would she had expected him to enjoy having him in her apartment so much, chatting with him about everything under the sun while the storm raged outside. Now, here she was in his arms, his mouth firm on hers, and every part of her aching for him. Was this really happening, or was it some exhaustion-fueled dream? Annie wasn't quite sure. It seemed too unbelievable. Tate Sheridan, the man she had woven all those ridiculous dreams about when she was an impressionable girl, was actually kissing her. It was too vivid, too intoxicating to be a dream. She could feel the heat of him, could smell the delicious masculine, slightly exotic scent of sandalwood and sage, could taste his mouth warm, delicious, with a hint of berries and mint. She shouldn't be doing this for 100 different reasons. Chief among them was the overwhelming certainty that she would end up with her heart shredded like old rags when he and his family sold Angel's View and he returned to his life as a high-powered billionaire. One of my favorite scenes as well. There was a lot of good kissing scenes in here. And then again, this one I love. There was also a lot of humor in the book. That's the other thing, because she's taking care of her niece and nephew because her brother's in jail and her sister-in-law passed away, and so she's taking care of the kids while managing the ranch. And then the family shows up for one last Christmas, and because it was the last minute, they couldn't get help, and so she's like scrambling to make sure they have meals and all the stuff while taking care of her niece and nephew, and she also has a little side business on the side for where she sews these blankets and sells them on Etsy. So like she's a busy woman, and then there's romance. So here's another kissing scene that I really enjoyed. What was she doing? Nothing, she told herself. At least not right now. For now, she was going to savor this stolen moment with him. She would worry about the rest later. She wasn't sure how long they kissed, probably about 10 seconds too long. She was vaguely aware of the door of the media room opening. Tate must have heard it too, because he jerked his mouth away from hers in an instant too late. What are you doing? Annie heard the suspicion in a certain 6-year-old's voice and turned to find Henry standing in the doorway. Eyes narrowed as he looked at the scene. Just talking, she managed, though her heart was beating loudly enough, and she was certain her nephew must be able to hear it from 10 feet away. You were talking very close to each other. Yes, I was, telling Tate a secret, and I didn't want anyone else to hear it. One beautiful thing about Henry, he seemed to take just about everything at face value. Alice would never have accepted such a lame excuse, but Henry only grinned at both of them. Was it about a Christmas present? I love secrets about Christmas. Alice has a bunch. I know that she was going to get you for Christmas. You want me to tell you? No, she said quickly. Secrets should stay secrets unless the secret involves someone hurting someone else. Then you should always tell a grown-up. Is that what you were telling Tate about a Christmas present? No, just an ordinary secret, he answered. No big deal. But did you come here for something? Yeah, I was supposed to find you and tell you everyone is waiting for you for dinner. Right, good. Thanks a lot. Anyways, that was a really cute scene. So the book is riddled with stuff like that, just like, it reads like a Hallmark movie, and I love Hallmark movies. Hallmark movies, just, especially in this day and age when life is just so crazy and unpredictable and there's so much chaos and turmoil in the world, it's nice to have something that's just predictable and loving and heartwarming like a Hallmark movie. So I love it for that reason. My least favorite part of the book, which, it's not really a bad thing, but as I said, it reads kind of like a Hallmark book, and she wove in a secondary couple into the story, and that was Bree, which was Tate's sister, who's like a recovering addict, and her struggles to get her life together, and then Levi, who is the ranch foreman who also works there. And the story is sweet and I love it, but I felt like it was kind of too much. When I pick up something like this, this is totally personal preference. I don't think that it makes the book bad. It's just a personal preference. For me, if I'm going to read a Christmassy, heartwarming story, I just want to keep it simple with just one couple. I would have totally loved to read like a separate book about the other couple or their perspective. I would have liked that. But mixing it together was a little bit too much for my brain. So that's really the only downside of it. If you're looking for a wonderful Christmas read, I highly recommend this book. It is very, very sweet. If you don't have time to read, get it in audiobook. Check out your local library and see what app they have. Overdrive is going away, but Libby, I think Libby app is what most libraries use. Download that app on your phone, and then you can have access to tons of awesome books to listen to. But anyways, thank you so much for checking out my video. Let me know if you like me to do more book reviews. I would like to do more book reviews, but I want to put like a twist, like make cookies while I'm reviewing a book or doing something while I'm reviewing a book. Today, that didn't happen, but whatever. It's all good. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.